The Georgia Dome is a domed stadium located in Atlanta, Georgia, United States, between downtown to the east and Vine City to the west. It is owned and operated by the state of Georgia as part of the Georgia World Congress Center Authority. It is primarily the home stadium for the NFL's Atlanta Falcons and the NCAA's Georgia State Panthers football team. The Dome has also hosted several soccer matches since 2009 that have drawn over 50,000 fans. The Dome is accessible by rail via MARTA's Blue and Green lines, which service the nearby Dome Phillips Arena CNN Center and Vine City stations. The Georgia Dome was the largest domed structure in the world when it opened, but it has since been surpassed by the Millennium Dome in London and the Docklands Stadium in Melbourne, Australia. History, construction. The Georgia Dome was completed in 1992 at a cost of $214 a million, which came from the Georgia General Assembly, making it one of the largest state-funded construction projects in state history. It seats 74,228 for football, and can hold approximately 80,000 for concerts, 71,000 for basketball when the dome is fully open and 40,000 for basketball and gymnastics when the dome is sectioned off. For most Georgia State football games, the dome is configured with 28,155 seats, with only the bulk of the lower level plus the club-level seats available for sale. The record for overall attendance at the Georgia Dome is 80,892 for the 2008 Seconds Championship game in football. The structure is located on 9.19 acres of land. The dome has a height of 270.67 feet, a structure length of 745.75 feet, a structure width of 606.96 feet, and a total floor area of 102,149.51 square feet. The dome is the largest cable-supported dome in the world. Its roof is made of Teflon-coated fiberglass fabric and has an area of 374,584.08 square feet. From its completion until the December 31, 1999 opening of the 20-acre Millennium Dome in London, it was the largest hook-domed structure of any type in the world, but still remains the largest indoor sporting facility in the United States. Surface. The Georgia Dome originally used AstroTurf artificial surface for its football events. In 2003, Arthur Blank, the new owner of Atlanta Falcons, funded the new state-of-the-art field turf artificial surface system. Renovations. In 2006, the Atlanta Falcons and the Georgia World Congress Center Authority announced a $300 million renovation to the Georgia Dome. The project was separated into two stages. The first stage, which took place before the 2007 NFL season, focused on updating the premium seating areas, including the creation of 8 super suites as well as an owners club. In 2008, the exterior of the stadium was repainted from its original teal and maroon color scheme to a red, black, and silver color scheme to match the Falcons' team colors, and the stadium's original teal seats were replaced with red seats in the 100 and 300 levels and black seats in the Verizon Wireless Club level. The entrance gates and concourses were also renovated and updated before the 2008 football season. Additionally, in 2009 the two video screens in both end zones were relocated to a new exterior monument sign on Northside Drive. The interior end zones each received a new and considerably wider high-definition replacement video screen that significantly enhances views of replays and provides for state-of-the-art graphics and digital presentations. That year also saw the installation of a completely new sound system, replacing the previous one that was nearly 20 years old. Major weather-related issues. 3 years after the completion of the dome, the integrity of its roof became an issue. During a Falcons pre-season game in August 1995, a severe rainstorm caused water to pool up on the fabric, tearing part of the material and causing a section of the roof to fall into the stadium. The storm was intense enough that the roof panels could be seen moving during the game, and the water and roof material later fell with enough force to smash seats in the upper decks and knock holes in concrete floors. The collapse occurred after fans left the stadium, and no one was injured during the incident. The roof was eventually repaired in a way that prevented similar incidents from occurring in the future. In the 2008 Atlanta tornado outbreak on March 14, 2008, during the 2008 Seconds men's basketball tournament, a tornado ripped 2 holes in the dome during the Alabama-Mississippi State quarter-final game, which delayed the game for 1 hour and 3 minutes. The quarter-final game to follow between the Kentucky Wildcats and Georgia Bulldogs was postponed to the following day. The resulting damage forced the rest of the tournament to be moved to the Alexander Memorial Coliseum at Georgia Tech. New Atlanta Stadium. It was announced in 2010 that the Georgia World Congress Center, the stadium's operator, is pursuing a new stadium with a retractable roof, to be built just south of the Georgia Dome's current location. No deal has yet been reached regarding the disposition of the dome. If no deal is signed, the dome will likely be demolished. Events hosted. Football. The Dome is home to the NFL's Atlanta Falcons, the NCAA Division I Georgia State Panthers of Georgia State University, the annual host to FCS Classic football game between Florida A&M University and another HBCU opponent, and the annual host to the Southeastern Conference Football Championship game and the Chick-fil-A Bowl postseason college football games. The stadium also hosted Super Bowl XXVIII in 1994 and Super Bowl XXXIV in 2000. The Georgia Dome also annually hosted the Georgia High School Association football semi-finals until 2007 and now hosts the GWCC state championship games for all classifications at the Dome. As a result of damage done to the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans by Hurricane Katrina, the Sugar Bowl game between the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Georgia Bulldogs was played at the Georgia Dome on January 2, 2006, the first time the South's biggest bowl game was ever played outside the state of Louisiana. The Sugar Bowl finished a string of 3 football games in 4 days that started with the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl between LSU and Miami and an NFL game between the Falcons and the Carolina Panthers 2 days later. The Georgia Dome is now the alternative site for the Sugar Bowl in future cases where the Mercedes-Benz Superdome cannot host due to weather or other reasons. Basketball. The Georgia Dome has hosted the NCAA Final Four Men's Basketball National Championship in 2002, 2007 and 2013, along with regional semifinals and finals in 2001, 2004, 2006 and 2012 and NCAA Women's Final Four in 2003. It was also one of 2 homes, along with Alexander Memorial Coliseum, for the NBA's Atlanta Hawks during the construction of Phillips Arena from 1997 to 1999. While playing at the Georgia Dome on March 27, 1998, the Atlanta Hawks set a then NBA single-game attendance record with 62,046 fans. The SEC men's basketball tournament has been held at the Georgia Dome during 10 seasons, most recently in 2011, and returned to the Dome in 2014. The ACC men's basketball tournament has been held at the Georgia Dome on 2 occasions, in 2001 and 2009. Additional events. Olympics. For the 1996 Summer Olympics, one half of the arena hosted the basketball competitions while the other half hosted the artistic gymnastics events as well as team handball. Soccer. The Dome has held a number of international soccer matches. On June 24, 2009, the Dome hosted its first ever soccer match between Mexico and Venezuela in front of 51,115 fans, with grass laid over the field turf. On February 9, 2011, Mexico and Bosnia played a friendly match in front of 50,507 fans. On July 20, 2013, the Dome hosted 2 quarter-final matchups of the 2013 Gold Cup, Panama vs Cuba and Mexico vs Trinidad and Tobago, in front of 54,229 fans. In March 2014, the Dome hosted a 0-0 draw between Mexico and Nigeria in front of a crowd of 68,212 fans, the largest ever crowd for a soccer match in Atlanta. The Dome has also hosted a number of exhibition matches between club teams. On July 22, 2009, the Dome hosted a match between AC Milan of Italian Serie A League and Club Arma Copyright Rica of Mexican Primera División Den before 50,306 fans. On July 28, 2010, Club Armour copyright Rico revisited the Dome in a friendly against Manchester City from the English Premier League in front of 33,000 fans. The stadium was an official candidate venue for hosting matches as part of the United States' bid for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, but Qatar was selected over the United States to host the tournament. The stadium held an international women's friendly between United States and Russia on February 12, 2014. On April 16, 2014 it was announced by Arthur Blank, owner of the Atlanta Falcons, that he had secured the rights to a new Major League Soccer franchise that is expected to begin play in 2017. The new MLS franchise, along with the Atlanta Falcons, will become the primary tenants of new Atlanta Stadium that is scheduled to open in time for the start of the 2017 NFL season. Matches at Georgia Dome, Wrestling. The Dome has been host to many WCW Monday Nitro and WWE Monday Night Raw live events, including the memorable championship bout between Goldberg and Hollywood Hogan on July 6, 1998. The Georgia Dome also hosted WWE's WrestleMania XXVII on April 3, 2011, which featured the return of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to host WrestleMania in his first appearance for the company since WrestleMania 20. Other events, the Professional Bull Riders Premier Bull Riding Tour, the Build Ford Tough Series, visited the Georgia Dome from 2003 to 2005, and again in 2007 and 2012. The USHRA Monster Jam Series comes to the Georgia Dome every January for their winter season kickoff show. It's known as the Super Bowl of motorsports, and it has become one of the biggest stops Monster Jam makes in North America. From 2004 Euro 10, the Georgia Dome played host to the World Championship of the first robotics competition. Over 300 teams from around the world qualify annually to compete in the championship held in mid-April. The first LEGO League World Festival and first Tech Challenge Championship also occurred at the same time, in different areas of the Dome. The championship has moved to the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis, Missouri for the 2011 competition season. It is also the site of the Drum Corps International Southeastern Championship each summer, and in the fall, the Music for All Bands of America Southeastern Super Regional. The Georgia Dome also hosts the Honda Battle of the Bands in January. In January 2012, the Georgia Dome hosted the Passion Conference, drawing in 44,000-plus Christian college students and young adults from across the United States and the world. Passion previously held conferences simultaneously in Phillips Arena and the Georgia World Congress Center in 2010 and 2011. The 2013 conference was also held at the Georgia Dome and, according to Louis Giglio, drew in 60,000-plus Christian college-aged students. Facilities. In 2008, the Georgia Dome started showing safety videos before games, presented by Delta Lena, flight attendant mascot of Delta Airlines. The videos were a takeoff on Delta's massively popular Delta Lena in-flight safety videos. The video's theme was Delta Safety First. See also, Tensile Architecture, Tensile and Membrane Structures, References, Notes. External links, the Georgia Dome's official website, Georgia Dome at Structure, Georgia Dome's seating charts.